Обвиняют у него несколько статей. Это организация террористического сообщества, организация терактов, подготовка к терактам, незаконный оборот оружия, ну и, собственно говоря, участие в правом секторе, который в России признан террористической организацией.
Thank you very much, Askold Kurov, that you find time for an interview in these troubled times. You are a filmmaker very interested in human rights issues. How you got the idea to make this documentary?
Very important for me what happened in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea, when Ukrainians won on Maidan revolution and reached some democratic changes. And one of the activists who went to Maidan was Oleg Senzov. And I knew Oleg personally. We just recognized that we have the same tastes in cinema and so on. And I liked his film, and he liked my first documentary. So we were mostly Facebook friends. And then suddenly I got this news about Oleg was arrested in Crimea by FSB, Russian Secret Services, and he was charged in terrorism, which was such a nonsense and absurd and bullshit. And then I felt that this is personal. This is very personal for me because I know him. And I feel the same he feels about the situation in the country, and he's filmmaker and I went for the first hearing as just as his friend to see him and in order him to see me, just to support somehow. And I suddenly realized that this is absolutely like theater, no justice at all. I felt absolutely helpless in this situation, and my friend said me, "Why don't you film this? Why don't you make film about this if you cannot do anything more else?" So I realized this is actually maybe the only thing I can do in this situation. This is how I started.
Did you have any problems to shoot the film? For example, how did you get access to the trial?
The team was only me because I did everything. And it was not a problem to get access to the trial because it was a showcase. It was a show trial. And this is why they wanted they desired this show to be shown. Okay, and they allowed all the journalists, all the cameras, but of course they have some special parts during the hearing which can be shot, which cannot be shot. And another case, another point is my access to the lawyer, to Oleg's family, to his cousin, who was charged to organize everything, to be in contact with all the lawyers, all the European Film Academy, all the people around the world, and so on. And it was very sensitive because sometimes she and the lawyer, they discussed some sensitive information. And once I used hidden camera when Oleg's cousin went to the prison to bring some
food and everything.
Food some stuff because it was forbidden to film.
Did you had the chance to talk to Oleg Senzov during the trial?
No, unfortunately not. We just exchanged via his lawyer with something and with some signs. And once I had an idea that maybe Oleg can answer my questions by lawyer, because the lawyer had a later microphone on him, and it was able, if he went close enough to Oleg to record Oleg's voice, but Oleg refused to do this. And he said, everything I want to say, I say during my speech on the trial. This is for everybody.
Is a fabricated accusation of terrorist activities a strategy to silence the opposition in Russia?
First of all, they used this to silence the opposition in Crimea. Because, yeah, as I said, it was a showcase, and they wanted to. And Oleg was, of course, he was not like a star, very famous, but was famous enough in Crimea. Many people knew him as a film director, as a civil activist. Yeah, and they just tried to show that nobody has protection, even Oleg Senzov, even film director, whatever. We don't care. We can just arrest and imprison everybody. We don't need any evidences, any facts. We can charge you in everything and put you in prison to 20 years or more 20 years. So we are almighty Russian system.
Do you have the impression that the international protests against arrest and show trials tend to help or to harm the accused?
When people all around the world protested and demanded to release Oleg Senzov, of course, Oleg's price just increased a lot, and it was very important not to get this case forgotten, or Oleg to be forgotten. And I believe that helped a lot to release not only Oleg and also other Ukrainian political prisoners who were exchanged 3 years ago, in 2019. Yeah, I think that helped a lot.
Are there still opportunities for you to work as a critical filmmaker in Russia?
I always worked as an independent documentary filmmaker. I never faced to any threats from authorities or secret services before last time, maybe. But I of course I always felt it dangerous for my characters, for me maybe, and in last weeks it gets harder, and when yesterday I left Russia, and in the airport in Moscow I was questioned for almost 2 hours by a Secret Service officer who examined my cell phone, trying to find something in messengers against Russia for Ukraine or something like this, just to examine all the contacts. It was horrible.
How the media system in Russia have developed in the last years?
For a long time, Putin wanted to have some independent medias, some independent. We had one TV channel, one radio station, and one newspaper. And what we have now, TV channel was closed 1 week ago, radio station was closed a week ago, and now we have the last newspaper, Novaya Gazeta. Now they're in danger, and I think it's only a matter of weeks or days when they will be closed.
Are you still in contact with Oleg Senzov?
Yes, I'm still in contact, but he's very busy, as he said, because unfortunately he had to take arms to go to the war, and now he is fighting for Ukraine, with Russian army. Yeah, now he's a soldier. So he doesn't have much time for communication.
Thank you very much for the interview, and we wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.